bench strength, came out on the streets protesting against Sonia Gandhi being questioned, and she's been called again by the Enforcement Directorate, we are being told, tomorrow. So you can expect that drama to continue tomorrow as well. Sonia Gandhi has been summoned once again by the Enforcement Directorate. These are tough questions that perhaps the Congress party will have to answer. My colleague Shravan, my colleague Abhishek, and my colleague Priyanka have been tracking the story. Abhishek, Shravan, I will go across to them. Shravan has details. Shravan has details of what Sonia Gandhi was asked. And Abhishek, I'll go across to Abhishek as well. And we're getting in details of the questions that were asked to Sonia Gandhi in the National Herald case. It is a freedom struggle for profit scam. How an organization that was set up for freedom struggle was used to make large amounts of profits. And Sonia Gandhi has been summoned once again by the Enforcement Directorate tomorrow. The Congress party has been protesting through the day today. And let me go across to Harsha. I'll quickly get a word from Harsha, and I'll go across to Abhishek and Shravan joining us as well. Those were pictures of Sonia Gandhi. Let's show the pictures of Sonia Gandhi leaving today. Dramatic pictures of her leaving and the kind of protests that have also been seen on the streets of the national capital and other parts of the country as well. Harsha, we are hearing that she's been called again tomorrow.
Exactly, we are getting to know through our ED sources that today, after being grilled and questioned for 6 hours, tomorrow again she has been called at 11 a.m. in the morning. And the continuation, we have seen the kind of continuation while at the time when Rahul Gandhi was also being questioned. Such things will be seen as well in the case of Mrs. Gandhi as well, because today also the Satyagraha, which Congress protesters were calling Satyagraha, while violent protests were seen today in the streets of national Delhi and in other states as well. And today and tomorrow also we are expecting the Congress leaders to be in the same way on the roads, disrupting the traffic and the safe movement in the Lieutenant Delhi. Because today also we saw the parliamentarians march from Parliament till the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and the kind of chaos and ruckus which was created by Congress parliamentarians today in the streets of New Delhi. And tomorrow again she has been called at 11 a.m. Today post lunch and after post lunch and before lunch, three hours of grilling with Mrs. Gandhi was done. But our ED sources also tell us that she was quite weak, and in starting she was unable to answer a set of questions which were given to her last time in the first round of questioning as well. The loan which was given by Congress to the AGL 90 crore, how it was given.
हमारी से उठी हैं, उनको इस प्रकार का जो प्रताड़ित किया जा रहा है, ये मानवता कहीं परिलक्षित नहीं हो रही है। ये घोर अन्याय है, अनैतिक है। आपको जो भी पूछना है, आप प्रश्न बना लीजिए, प्रश्न बना के वो लिखित उत्तर भेज देंगी। ईडी अब दफ्तर में बुला के क्यों करा जा रहा है? ऐसे अनेक बार है। इन्फोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट के ऐसे उदाहरण है जब ऐसे व्यक्तियों की जिनकी की तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, बुजुर्ग हैं, उनके घर पे जाकर उनसे लिखित उत्तर मांग लिए गए। ऐसे उदाहरण है। लेकिन इनके साथ जो किया जा रहा है ये घोर अन्याय है, अत्याचार है, अनैतिक है और राजनीतिक मैं कहता हूं कि एक प्रतिशोध की भावना से वे काम कर रहे हैं।
सर, आगे भी मैडम को बुलाया आगे।
मैं तो वही कह रहा हूं कि आज ये दूसरा दिन था। लगभग 10 घंटे पूरे हो चुके हैं, 10 घंटे से ज्यादा। और केस क्या है? कह रहे गबन हो गया, चोरी हो गई। अरे गबन जब होता है जबकि सरकारी पैसा निकाल ले, इसमें कोई सरकारी पैसा है नहीं, निकाला एक धेला किसी ने निकाला नहीं है। चोरी कब होती है? जब किसी और का माल कोई दूसरा चोरी कर ले। चोरी हुई नहीं, कोई माल इधर का उधर गया नहीं। केस क्या है? ऐसे लोग जिन पर की करोड़ों रुपए।
दिखाओ। In fact, some more breaking news updates coming in. Madhurima is live. I think there's some more drama in Delhi as Sonia Gandhi has been called once again tomorrow. Let me go across to Madhurima. There's a live pictures. The detained leaders of the Congress party are trying to portray themselves as martyrs. They're not. They're covering up for the investigation into a scam. Look at them, look at them, look at them, look at them. That's those are live pictures coming in. Congress leaders almost celebrating a scam there. I mean, it's unbelievable. Okay, anyway, I'll go across to Madhurima. Madhurima, what's going on there? Exclusive pictures, please.
Leaders, Niranjan, those who have been detained have now been left out over here. Have now been sent out by the police officials. Here, right behind me, is the Kingsway camp where they all were detained. You can see that heavy police deployment just after Rahul Gandhi and all other leaders left. We tried to question Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, but Mr. Jairam Ramesh, who was sitting right behind him, said that they are not going to answer our questions. We time and again tried to question them around that if they wanted to comment, but once again they tried to evade our questions and they left. However, you can see that the police deployment is still there. My camera person is bringing you pictures, and these are the cars of the police officials. The heavy police deployment as the cavalcade of Congress leaders, MPs who have been detained today have left now, and all of that included Mr. Jairam Ramesh, Mallikarjun Kharge, Deependra Hooda, also Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who earlier in the day sat in front of the Parliament House on the road, asserting that he's not going to leave if he's not allowed to march towards the President House and hand over that memorandum. Niranjan, we'll try and get in some word from the Congress MP. Sir, one comment on the issue. Sir, what would you like to say about the entire interrogation, the detainment?
See, it's very clear that the government wants to somehow see that leaders of opposition are defamed. All opposition party leaders are targeted one by one. And some of those leaders are being blackmailed to join Bharatiya Janata Party. The moment they join BJP, they don't get any summons, they don't get any kinds of notices, and they are put in BJP's washing machine, and they are washed and they are clean and they are given positions there. And the only way they think that they can humiliate the opposition leader is by calling them to ED officers and giving notices.
But the BJP is questioning that it is costing the taxpayers money, the disruptions.
We are ready for discussion. We are ready for discussion. We are ready for discussion. Do you think price rise shouldn't be discussed? Do you think petrol, diesel, gas prices shouldn't be discussed? Do you think this falling rupee shouldn't be discussed? Do you think unemployment shouldn't be discussed? Do you think Agnipath shouldn't be discussed? Which concerns the army of our country? Do you think Chinese aggression and national security shouldn't be discussed? These are the issues.
All of that warrants a discussion, but sir, the central government has said that Ms. Sitharaman is not well, and a discussion can only happen
Ms.
after
Sitharaman is not always there in the parliament. There are various ministers and various leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party who can argue, who can debate. Let all of them debate. She can always give her.
Is the protest going to continue the entire session?
See, in a parliamentary democracy, we were also in the ruling. We were also a ruling party for long time. There are bills, policies, and programs and schemes of the government which needs discussion, and we are for discussion. At the same time, issues that concern the people of the country, which are not taken up in the government agenda, will be raised by the opposition parties that have to be accommodated, and we are asking for a discussion. We are not disrupting. We say, you please discuss this. And we are asking this discussion according to the rules of the House. Once 267 in Rajya Sabha, we are given n number of notices. Please suspend the business of the day and discuss these issues. If you don't want to discuss these issues, then what else will you discuss?
Yeah, okay. Thank you for that, Madhurima.